Hi everyone, it's Nella here, and as you can see, Mattie is back in one piece. That was kind of a fun experiment because since this was the first time I had actually unstrung this doll, it was also the first time I had restrung her. And the stringing through the hands and the feet was pretty much the normal. Most of my dolls do not have S-hooks, so I know how to get around that. The thing that's different about Mattie, how Myth Doll, back when they existed, did all of their dolls' heads is that they didn't use an S-hook. You actually double knotted the elastic on top of a little ledge. So you have one string of elastic from the feet, which of course is doubled over, so one end goes through one hole and the other end goes through the other hole, and then you double knot on top. So that was kind of fun, and I thought I had made her fairly tight. The elastic felt very tight, and I was actually worried that the elastic wasn't going to be long enough, but once it was double knotted on, I realized that she's actually fairly loose, especially in the torso, but that actually works very well for her because it means that she can slouch and she can take a variety of very comfortable looking positions, which is awesome. So this isn't quite how Mattie dresses, but it's the closest I have, and since it is fall, this is actually looking fairly appropriate for the weather we've been having. Kind of a long sleeve shirt. She has, of course, her knitted cap, rugged denim jeans, and her sneakers. Which, fun fact, these were actually the first pair of doll shoes I ever bought. Yeah, they're old, but they work well. Other than just getting her on her body, last night I also decided to switch her wig up. I really do like how yellow the other wig is, but it was clashing with how orange her blushing is, because she is, weathered by the sun and the wind, and the yellow was just clashing. It didn't look right. Something wasn't working. So I tried on a whole bunch of wigs, and I almost went for the platinum blonde route. Almost. And then I thought, hey, how about I try Vivi's wig on her? And so I did. And let's see if it's going to... If I take off her hat, it's probably going to try and take her hair with it, so I'll hold on to the hair here. And as you can see, it actually looks really, really well, actually. It works, I think it works better on Mattie than it does on Vivi. On Viviana, it always looked a bit too realistic, whereas I think the messiness and kind of the softness of it just makes Mattie look more like Mattie. She looks like someone who her hair is in braids because it's the best way to keep it out of her face, and her hair is kind of messy because the wind is constantly blowing it everywhere, and she doesn't use like hairspray or anything to keep it in place. So this is Mattie's new hair color, and if you're wondering, Viviana still has a braided wig in kind of this same sort of color, but hers is a regular synthetic hair fiber, not a synthetic mohair. So it looks more doll-like, and the braids are also larger. So Vivi actually properly looks like a living doll or a cartoon character, which suits her much better than the more realistic hair was. The more realistic hair on Vivi was nice, but it looked off when she was put with the other adventurers. So that's Mattie. And I'm actually really happy I was able to fairly easily get her restrung, because not only was I missing having this doll in one piece, because this doll, the Myth doll Yue, was actually my first VGD. So it was really weird to not have her in one piece because she's always been in one piece. And there we go. Actually has her knitted cap back on. So it was really weird, and because Mattie Rogers here wasn't in One Piece, I was kind of feeling a disconnect with her character. Seeing her in pieces, I didn't really feel a connection, and I was wondering if I should maybe just try and sell her, or maybe just completely forget about Mattie's story. Thankfully, once I did her body blushing on the torso and on the face, everything slid back into place, and I remembered why I want to keep this doll and why I want to keep her as this new character that I developed for the doll, and that's really good. So I have to run. I'm supervisor today. Woot woot woot. Hopefully things won't crash and burn. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And I'm probably going to be watching some weird movies with Mattie by my side, because, well, I was watching Army of Darkness, the third Evil Dead movie, with Bruce Campbell, directed by Sam Raimi. Absolutely hilarious and awesome. And that's actually what made me go, I have to reassemble Mattie, because I have to have her next to me while I'm watching this movie. I don't know. I started watching it again, I immediately went, this is one of those movies that Mattie would watch, and that would be one of the very first movies that she would show to Nagisa to be like, hey, this is the sort of stuff I like. Come, sit with me, watch this. Yeah. Okay, that's it. I've rambled long enough. So yeah, bye everyone.